Whee! Ooh, up my back. Yeah, it's a long way down there. Yeah, I get afraid of heights. I'm not going to get any closer than that. I drove up in the van to Oil Well Flats down to Cañon City last night. I'm filming this during COVID-19. Recreation is still allowed with extreme social distancing. Hopefully this counts as extreme social distancing. It's midweek. There's no weekend trail use around here. Should be very quiet. I'm totally self-contained with the van. I have all my own facilities, water, cooking, toilet stops, the works. I don't need to interact with anything. The van is my second home, so I am staying at home. But today I am going to ride the trails at Oil Well Flats. A little over 2 hours from Denver and an hour from Colorado Springs is Oil Well Flats, just north of Cañon City. I headed down in my van for a bit of social isolation during COVID-19 and to check out the desert trails at the end of March. The trails are mostly blue rated with a couple of blacks and a couple of greens. In this video I climb Fracture, Unconformity, then loop around Island in the Sky, then after dropping down Fire Canyon, which I link to above as a separate video, I continue the descent down Anticline and Tectonic Shift back to the van. So I'm starting today's ride from the upper lot, and I'm going to start by climbing up Fracture. It is towards the end of March and the trails are bone dry. Nice thing about high desert riding. Feels like it's been too long since I've been on this bike. Been fat biking, a little bit of skiing during the winter, but that got closed down when COVID-19 got going. And the last couple of weeks I've been in isolation pretty much, because I work from home anyway, so the work from home order did not really affect me. Now I'm sure I'm going to get some flack on social media for coming out and coming to Oil Well Flats during a time at stay at home, but here's the thing. I've pretty much been in self-quarantine for 2 weeks. That's the recommendation. I'm not sick, and I'm totally self-contained. My van acts as a home. Recreation is not banned, and I'm riding straight from the van. Down here there's nobody, very empty. Pretty much got the place to myself. It's not closed, it's just midweek, Tuesday. I need to play. The one thing I will say about today's ride, it's going to be pretty mellow. I did not bring my pads with me, so the one thing I don't want to do is have a wreck and need to go to hospital. The last time I wrecked and went to hospital was 30 years ago. That was a long time, but never say never. So if all the times to be cautious, now is. This will be mellow, plus this is my first dirt ride of the season. It's been far too long. So enough of the social commentary, let's get back to riding and what the trail is like. So Fracture is a good climbing trail out from the lot if you're doing this as a clockwise loop. I ride it again later in the day on the descent, and the descent is much better. Click on the link above for that one. And about here I actually realised my GPS is switched off, so voila, we have overlays. Back on the gimbal today as opposed to the chin mounted GoPro 7. So here's a bit of retro GoPro for goodness. So Rapture is a very swoopy trail. It's mostly smooth dirt with some technical rocks dotted in between. It flows very well. It's mostly climbing with the odd downgrade thrown in for good measure, but the general trend is upwards. Overall, it's very nice. Now would really be the time to come to Oil Well Flats, if regulations allow. Springtime in the desert. Speaking of COVID-19, one thing you can't do is go for a group ride and even claim to stand 6 feet apart. That would not be good. Reading a case about a group of, basically a choir. 60 people went to a choir practice. 45 of them came down with COVID-19 and 1 died and like 3 were in intensive care. That's pretty sad, and the reason for it is choir. When you're singing, you're belching out volumes of air that are spreading the virus. That'll be the same with a group ride. As you huff and puff, you'll be expelling any virus you might have, even if you're not aware of one. So just don't do it. The only thing I worry about is trying to talk to you guys and gals while I'm slightly huffing and puffing as I climb this trail with my winter legs. So that was Rapture. We're going to take Unconformity to the left here. That'll be clockwise, and we're going to head up to pick up Island in the Sky. Get a little chunky now. Unconformity starts off very similar to Rapture, fairly smooth with the occasional rock, but it gradually gets a little chunkier as you get higher up the trail. There we go. So we'll continue on Unconformity as it gradually winds its way up to Island in the Sky, which is up there. You need to pick up some chunk. Yep, go through that. Just a little bit of back pedaling. Make sure I don't clunk the pedals. You exit the juniper bushes the higher you get on Unconformity, and then you get into this landscape of larger rock slabs and rocky outcrops as you climb up to the top. Oh. Totally too slow. The views are beginning to look pretty good. Mountains in the far distance. I can see them clearly. Not sure if the GoPro is going to really pick it up, but the views here are really good. Going to get up into the upper 60s today. Don't know what it is at the moment. It's in the 50s, I think, but it feels, that sun feels good. Gonna get up here. Yeah, and then I went the wrong way. Gotta go that way, that way. So when you come down, there's 2 ways. That way, and zigzag round. We can just drop off there. Oh, we got a bunch of switchbacks here. Okay, these are a little tough for climbing. If you're new to my channel, thank you for watching. If you're like all up in arms thinking, why is that person taking risks during an era of COVID-19? Well, I am riding well within my limits. I've been biking for near 30 years. In this video there's a lot of little pieces like that that will end up on the cutting room floor where I'm being overly cautious. There's a couple of things at play here. First, COVID-19 and not wanting to risk any injury that might strain the medical system. Two, that I'm coming off kind of winter hiatus, so my fitness level is also not what it normally is. I just need to take things slowly and cautiously. If I rush stuff, get tired, then that's when mistakes happen. So today is all about caution and mellowness. As we saddle this hog's back, Unconformity drops down the other side before it picks up Island in the Sky. It looks like we dropped down before we went back up. Again, taking it a little cautiously. Plus my old saying goes that this is the first time to this system, so I really don't know what to expect, hence I'm cautious just because of that. But the drop was over oh so quick. Unconformity comes to an end at a dirt road. We descend the dirt road for a little bit and then pick up a connector to join with Island in the Sky. Back onto single track. So that was Unconformity. I'm just going to plant the bike in the middle of the trail because there is no one here. So I just did an out and back on Fire Canyon. It's a great fun descent. Climb's a little tough. Be sure to check out the other video that I link above for that one. Continuing on with Island in the Sky. If you're going to come out here in the summer, you've got to get out here very early in the morning at the crack of dawn. Otherwise you will actually bake around here. Not much shade. I say this is March. I'm really supposed to get into the upper 60s today, and it is like perfect conditions. Actually, it looks like we're going to climb up into some pines. Ooh. The cool air in the pines felt good. Just get some freshness. That helps wake you up. That was short, but it was sweet. Looks like we got a bit of a climb. Ooh. So the climb map is getting a little technical, but nothing beyond an intermediate rider, I would think. Well, the climb is a little tough for my springtime lungs. This is a great little climb. Actually, not so little. Yeah, got it. And we're at the top. Island in the Sky. That's where we just climbed up from down there. So there's a complete 360. Continental divide up ahead, looks fantastic. So this is Island in the Sky descent. Done cautiously. That's a bit chunky. Basically a trail of lots of rock slabs. This is pretty rough. Luckily my coil sprung Fox 36 keeps things nicely under control. Whee! Not gonna get any closer than that. Ooh. Ooh, up my back. Yeah, it's a long way down there. Yeah, I get afraid of heights. I'm not going to get any closer than that. Now would not be the time for wobbly legs. It's not the height I'm afraid of, it's the landing. Yes, that's an old dad joke. There's some pretty big cracks in these rocks. Okay, we're riding. Let's do it. It's like a little mini Moab here. I don't actually know where the trail goes. I guess that way. I don't want to go that way. That way's a big drop. So we'll go this way. This looks like trail. We'll go this way. Woohoo! There we get away from the exposed edge. Let's just have a short section. Plenty of room to avoid the edge if you don't like it. Come on, come on, come on. Yep. Right, rock slab riding. Yeah, we're up. I thought for a moment I took the wrong line there, but that worked out pretty well. Come on, come on, come on. Yep. And up over this. And over this. There we go. And that one I just didn't commit to. Yeah. Take that a little easy. Oh, where am I going? Down this way? Yeah, that wasn't so bad. And so I'm supposed to be taking it easy. Yeah, I am. Woo. Well, air time. Sweet. Where do we go? This way. And we're back down the Fire Canyon. Woo! How's Island in the sky? That was good. So I just dropped down Fire Canyon. I've already done a video on that one, so check that one out. So we're going to carry on heading this way. Basically, we're going to keep left as we descend. So Anticline is similar to Rapture and Unconformity that I took on the way up, except it's coming down. Mostly smooth trail, punctuated by rocks, winding back and forth through the juniper trees. Ooh, a little bit of a climb. Rocky features. Of course, that'd be the kind of thing I'd crash on. Seems that Anticline has entered an area of playfulness. Rocky features to play on. As I said earlier, in these COVID-19 times, well, we have to exercise an abundance of caution, because otherwise things like that happen. Crash my pedals into a rock. Yep, made it. Hello, that's me. Seen a total of 2 people so far on this ride, so very quiet. This is the time to go get oil well flats, or go get to oil well flats. Let's say the ground is still tacky, it's getting loose in places, but it's not that summer dust, and temperatures are delightful. So if you're down in this area, come check it out. Through these rocks. That's sweet. Nice. Nice little rock wall there. I'm going to take a look at that. That's not that bad. It looks a lot steeper from here, but it's really not bad. It's just that initial dropping. That's just real easy. So there's a few things to play on around here. I think you definitely have some fun if you've got time. Kind of session this. Sessioning is probably not the thing to be doing today. Up there. Sweet, that was all fun. Around the corner. And we are down to, where are we at? We're at a road. Here we go. Still on Anticline. Anticline. This is my riding style compared to places like, you know, what's it called? Ah, shit, I forget. So basically bike park type stuff. I don't like bike park stuff. Man-made jumps, that kind of thing. Give me natural terrain like this, even if there's a few tweaks here and there. And this is my kind of trail riding experience. I like natural features. Right. Another one. Up and over. Don't know if you hear that noise in the distance. I don't know if there's machine guns going off or quarry blasting. I did that really timidly. That was pretty lame. Looks like we're beginning to get the downward grade again. So this lower section of Anticline is much mellower in grade. Kind of winds its way down, then up, then down, then up. And that's it. Now we just connect it into Tectonic Shift. There you go. I should be looking at the trail, so trying to look at the scenery.
Tectonic Shift continues mostly like this, with some fast little downs, some uphill technical sections, basically meandering in and out of the brush here.
Come on. Yep,
it's very similar to the climb up on Unconformity and Fracture.
Nice little rock slabs to play on there. I can see Tectonic Shift as being a pretty good climbing trail. May come up it later. But downhill is pretty mellow. Fracture. The last section was pretty boring for video, so we'll cut that down quite a bit. Fracture takes me back to the van, and Tectonic Shift carries down to the lower lot. There we go, and we're back. So that was my look at Oil Well Flats. I'm pretty going to check out a few more trails. There's a few more in here. That's basically the bulk of it. If you're like me from the Boulder area, it's a long way to come, but there's other trails around here. So if you can come and camp,
and explore. It's a good way to spend a few days. There's trails down in Royal Gorge. There's other trails the other side of Cañon City. I'm going to explore a bit more of Oil Well Flats after I've got my lunch. But considering the current times, the isolation down here, yes, I have met a few people. Total of 4 cyclists and 2 horse riders. Frankly, was more than I was expecting, but I saw them really towards the bottom. We all kept our distance, so that was good. Gave time for the breeze to clear out any air before passing, so should be good. Unlike trails around Denver, Boulder, Golden, which are packed at the moment because everybody's stuck to their homes. They can't travel because they're not self-sufficient. Coming down here is probably much safer than trying to exercise on my local trails, at least. Anyway, that's my justification. You can argue with me all you like. If you think I'm a fool, say so in the comments. I'll ignore you. But you heard me on the trail, my thoughts upon this. The main thing is be sensible, stay safe. Don't be hucking 8-foot jumps and stuff like that. This ride was pretty timid for me. I hope it gave you some idea on Oil Well Flats. And when you're able to come out here, you'll know what to expect. See you on another trail.